The Masked Singer is still kicking ass and taking names, literally, as 4 contestants have now been revealed to the world. Quick recap, the hippo, pineapple, and deer have all been unmasked as Antonio Brown, Tommy Chong, and Terry Bradshaw. The poodle was unmasked this week, but we'll get to that later. And we're far from done. There are still 8 whole celebrities hiding under costumes, so here's who we think everyone is from episode 4. But first, do yourself and all of us a favor by hitting that subscribe button. How else are you gonna stay up to date on all this Masked Singer drama? Okay, we're gonna give you a real quick, super fast recap of episode 3. The monster revealed he's from the South and said he wants to get back into the swing of things and get his head in the game. No, it's not Zac Efron, but we're pretty confident he's T-Pain or Bobby Brown. The Peacock wasn't as bold with his clues during episode 3, but further confirmed his showbiz clues from week 1, and that he's afraid of heights? Join the club, Donny Osmond, because we're pretty sure that's who you are. The lion is still our queen. She gave a gold found in Haley clue last week, which is probably a reference to Haley, Idaho, and that's where, drumroll please, Rumer Willis grew up. The unicorn's performance of Oops, I Did It Again was a controversial oops for the show, and fans are convinced it was auto-tune. She also hinted that she'd lost her sheen, which also has us adding Denise Richards, aka the most notorious ex of Charlie Sheen, to our list of guesses. Last and unfortunately least is the deer. After an unimpressive performance and even more obvious football clues, the deer was revealed to be former football star and NFL analyst Terry Bradshaw. Okay, on to the next round of contestants. The rabbit proved he was definitely a professional performer with an uber creepy performance of Livin' La Vida Loca, followed by Avicii's Wake Me Up. His clues show he's had a pretty vida loca, having worked in an amusement park, the food biz, and has had a long history of performing with those killer vocal cords. He also super sneakily dodged Nicole Scherzinger's question about whether he toured with her group Eden's Crush, which makes our best guess Joey Fatone, who not only did tour with Nicole, but pair that with all the NSYNC references and the fact that he owns a hot dog business and, well, you know, hot dog. It could also be Donnie Wahlberg, because the Rabbits episode was titled New Masks on the Block, New Kids on the Block, you get the idea. We're not sure if it helps or hurts his case that he's married to Judge Jenny McCarthy, though. Nepotism? The Bee was definitely queen of her set of fellow contestants, and 2 amazing performances proved she's an accomplished veteran of the music business. In her clues, she confirmed that she has in fact been called Queen Bee, but Empress also suits her. Goals, am I right? There was also a subtle nod to Georgia with a peach in the background of her episode 4 clues. Without a doubt, in our minds, the Bee is Gladys Knight, whose nickname is Empress of Soul. She's also an impressive 74 years old, which explains her low-key stage presence, but clearly no number of years can stop that voice. So yeah, we're not even going to humor anyone else. Get out of here with your Beyonce and Tina Turner guesses. The Raven showed up with her performance of Bad Romance this week, though it didn't highlight her voice as much as Kesha's Rainbow in episode 2. We can definitely tell she's working through something though, and her clues revealed that she is indeed recovering from a recent loss. In terms of her performance, she said stage fright isn't even a thing for her, and talking is her strong suit. This week also featured mentions of the year 1968 and the Hudson River. Our best guess is Ricky Lake, who is not only a former talk show host, but was born in 1968 and grew up in Hastings-on-Hudson in New York. She's also been mourning the loss of her ex-husband, Christian Evans, and debuted her singing skills on YouTube 9 years ago. We're pretty sure it's Ricky, but there's also speculation it's Megyn Kelly, who recently lost her talk show. Referencing that loss seems a bit too soon for her, though. The alien is strutting her stuff in an out-of-this-world costume, but her voice has been a bit lacking. The judges think she's definitely some kind of model, and Nicole Scherzinger thought she could be one of the Jacksons. She hinted it's impossible for her to be anonymous and has been constantly publicly scrutinized. She also said she may be out of fashion and that she's no stranger to recording. As far as we know, the alien is definitely LaToya Jackson, and the internet seems to agree. She was wearing black sequin gloves this week, giving off a huge Jackson vibe, and of course she and her family have been in the spotlight their entire lives. Finally, the Poodle was booted this week, but before we give anything away, here's how things went for her until the end. She was definitely comfortable on stage and was clearly having fun, even though her voice wasn't that of a professional's. She hinted that she loved performing and playing characters since she was little. She's from a singing family and hails from San Francisco. She's also from the world of stand-up comedy and has a background in law. Can't object to that. The Poodle was revealed this week to be Margaret Cho, who checks off all of those boxes and was definitely a popular guess online. You win again, internet. How do our guesses hold up? If we're way off base, let us know in the comments, and then subscribe to CinemaBlend so you can keep up with these wild Masked Singer predictions and, of course, everything else in TV news. We'll see you next time.